guys, so welcome back to my channel. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. My name is Okwe. Happy New Year, guys. Yes, your girl is bald. I used to have a line, but that's grown out. But yeah, your girl is bald now. That's what's popping. Ain't nobody got time for hair and all this shenanigans this year. I'm going to be wigging it out if I need to, but for now we're keeping it this way. Yeah, I don't need my brows. Today's video is going to be about basically my 2019 in review. It's going to be a chit chat, get ready with me. So I'm just going to be doing my makeup, and then I'm going to be talking to you guys about what I learned in 2019. 2019 was a year that shook me to the core. Like, it did me like this. He almost drove me down, but God was like, no girl, I'm gonna keep you. Okay, I think I'm going to do my skin first, and then I'm going to just use some new things I got from PR. You guys know that your girl keeps getting stuff, so yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I'm going to start by moisturizing I'm going to be using this. If you don't know this stuff by now, you need to get acquainted. This is the Jam moisturizer by Brega and Omaricod. Yeah, the consistency is sick. In another video, I'm going to talk about my end of the year haul and the things I bought late last year, but then this is one of it. This Milk Hydro Primer, I've seen it on Instagram and I'm like, nah, this thing ain't gonna pass me by. The thing is that that Brega's moisturizer serves as primer for me most times, but just for the sake of using this stuff, oh wow, this thing is mad. Now real hydro grip. The name of this stuff is hydro grip. Like, now real, I feel like there's a tug of war going on. Do you guys like my hair? I'm going to, the vlog of me cutting and dyeing it should be up before or after this video. I'm not sure. I also got this, but I don't need it obviously, and I'm not going to waste it. So I'm going to keep it for another video. I'm going to interchange when I'm filming. Either I use this toucher or I use that Milk Hydro Grip. For my foundation, I'm going to be using the new Nuban Beauty foundation. I love this foundation. This is one of my new buys. If you follow Jackie, I know you know this brush. That's what she uses. So that's what I'm going to use. I just put a pump of the Nuban Beauty foundation here. So I'm using the shade Michelle Obama in W11. Usually I would color correct, but because I'm not going anywhere, I'm just gonna keep it moving. Okay, so the things 2019 taught me. It taught me the hard way, guys. Wow, see this foundation. This foundation is like skin. Look at it. This is me, no foundation. This is me, foundation. Mado. I want to make it. If you don't know Tomike Alayande, I watched her Instagram yesterday, her Insta story, and she was like, she said mad near her mom, and her mom was like, why can't you say great though? That all of us were saying mad though, that we are releasing madness into the atmosphere. I laughed. I almost fainted from laughter. One of the things 2019 taught me the hard way is savings. The importance of savings, let me put it that way. I won't lie to you, I used to live a very reckless financial life, if there's anything like that. I was not financially responsible, that's the word. Do you know how many times between 2018 and 2019 I was extremely broke? Apart from the fact that I spent a lot of money in the hospital because of my health, I never used to save, or let's say my savings used to disappear because of the hospital, but then I was also not financially responsible. That's just the word I can say. I never used to save. Whenever I get money, I spend till it's done, and that's it. There was nothing extra. There was nothing to fall back on. Like, you cannot ask me, okay, let's go and eat, and I'll be like, oh, I have money somewhere. I didn't. It was horrible. Apart from the fact that responsibility is a lot, you think maybe I'm married, the way I used to spend money, or maybe I have children that I'm paying school fees for. I just wasn't as financially free as I would want. It's actually a bit more complex than me not saving, but saving, it was one of it. If I had, since I started my business, cultivated the habit of saving, it might have been a bit easier. There were times that I was like proper broke, like I didn't have 1,000 naira in my account. Like, it was that bad. Like, I'm talking about both my corporate account, that's Fireways account, and my personal account. So It was late last year when I did some work. Bimbo was like, okay, you need to learn to save, do this adjust thing, this cooperative stuff. I'm like, nah, I don't like it. I just don't understand why I'm going to be saving money with somebody and then everybody's going to take turns. I didn't understand the concept of that cooperative saving, so I just didn't give it a thought. I got a job actually. I started working. That's another topic. I started working in the office, so now I have a 9 to 5 out of her own salary. She had already made the plans, and it was like a direct deposit thing where they just take the money off your account and keep it for you. I didn't do that. Every time my salary came in, I would spend it till the last kobo on fueling, on hospital bills, on paying my staff. Do you understand? Things like that. Until like late last year, and I'm just like, you know what? Actually, I think like the second quarter or the last quarter, and Bimbo was like, okay, just try and save. You don't have any savings. I see my friends traveling, I see my friends moving studios, moving to bigger places, and I'm just like, okay, what the hell? When I cannot even afford to go and have a decent meal at a restaurant, my mates are here traveling the world. When you think about that, the reality hits you hard. Like, you're not doing anything. And obviously, even if you're not a woman of marriageable age, if you're an adult, you should be thinking of the fact that one day you meet your spouse, and you guys definitely have to talk about your finances. My finances I didn't have anything to talk about because it was non-existent. So when they say, what are you bringing to the table, you're just like, I'm just bringing my fine face. There's nothing else. You're not offering anything else. You can't be of help to anybody because you yourself, you are in financial bondage. So I had to get my senses right ASAP. This is another beauty blender that I really love because of the sides. It has this flat side, then it has the blunt top, and then the round edge. So when I'm setting powder, this is really good, especially on my clients. So late last year, randomly, when I got that client, I think I got a client and then I got a bride. I don't know how the money came about, but I think it was a bride. I just woke up one morning, went to Zenith Bank and opened a savings account, and I started transferring money there. So like now I just gauge it in my head. It was not until late last year before I got my savings. Like, there's so many other savings app and company. I know there's Cowrywise, there's Piggyvest. There are like a lot that they can help you with your savings, even if it's to just be removing 500 naira every day. Like, it just makes it better. Like, it's just okay. Like, we're no longer children, man. If it's one thing you're going to learn from me, because me, I learned it the hard way, is that you need to get your savings up. Like, you need to get it up ASAP. Number 2 is teamwork. And that's still something that is really, really lacking in my side. What I mean is, 2019, when I got the office work, like when I started working, and that's May, one of the reasons why I didn't take up office work when I got back and I decided to like establish my business instead was because I am my business. I don't know if you guys understand. I am the hand and I am the face of it. I even revolted against this job because I'm like, I don't think anybody can do what I do, especially for my clients. But I have ditched that thinking now. I'm going to contour with this Huda Beauty in tan. You can't say you're building a world-class business and you're the only hand. It's not possible. You need a team. That's the only way your business can grow. So I had to learn the hard way that I cannot be everywhere every time. Till now, I'm still looking for that perfect team, to be honest. I still don't have any other person doing makeup aside me, and I can't, if I'm at work 8 to 4, I can't attend to a lot of my customers, so I've had to decline a lot of work. Do you understand? I've had to decline a lot of work. So if there's anyone watching now out of my subscribers, let me just throw it out there. I'm looking for a makeup artist and not a makeup artist, more like an intern. When I see your work, it depends on the level of your art that is going to determine if you're going to come in as an intern or you're going to come in as a makeup artist. If you're coming as a makeup artist, you're going to be on commission based. It's going to be commission based, so the more you work, the more you earn. So if you're interested, please shoot me an email, send me a DM. Let's get that out there. So as I was saying, I decided that I could not. Teamwork is very important for me to build the business I want to be. If I'm at work, my team is working. Right now, my studio is just there. If I'm at work, my studio is not earning anything, and that's one of the problems I had with savings too, because I felt like I was not earning anything. I could barely just focus on my focus. Do you get? And then you're now telling me to go and be saving the money when I have responsibilities and I have bills to pay. I feel like if I had built up my teamwork or my team, basically, it would make savings easier because I would be earning. So if you're someone that has a business, you need to look to just not being a solo person. You can get the person on commission base, so it's not like you're spending all your money that you're making on salaries. So you could look into that. That's one thing I learned the hard way in 2019. Another thing I learned is something I've always known, but I just didn't pay it any mind, is that nothing, when I say nothing, I mean nothing can beat multiple streams of income. And that's just the plain truth. See, it's different from having when you're someone that you just sit in an office and you're just waiting for salary. But imagine if you're someone that you're sitting in an office waiting for salary, you have a business on the side. Even if you're just selling, what can you sell? DT blenders. You're selling for your office people, you're selling for your church people. No matter how small, that thing is bringing in another source of income. I remember then, before I even got a job, like 2018, Bimbo used to tell me, Bimbo was like, okay, if people were not walking into the studio, what else will you do? This was before I even started YouTube. What else can you do? And then I started YouTube. I didn't really start YouTube because I wanted it to be I wanted it to be another source of income for me. That was not even the point. But then when I started YouTube, I'm like, oh, I already have a YouTube channel. I can't take more than that now. I'll take my clients and then I'll take my... Imagine someone blocking their own blessing and making it harder for your own self. Man, I was not wise. People will be like, but you have this studio space. Maybe we should add hairstyling. Maybe we should do this. Bimbo is, to be honest, my sister is my think tank. That girl, she is either her or Tosin Alabi, Linjafet. Both of them like this. They're the ones I go to when I have core life issues that I need extreme wisdom. Bimbo is my younger sister, but man, the wisdom that girl has is on another level. Same with Tosin. Shout out to you, girl. Tosin is one of the persons that I know that this girl, when they say business minded, everything Tosin said is just how can she make money from it. Like, ain't nobody got time. This girl started consulting. Like, she will not give you free advice. So it's only us, her friends, she used to give free advice. Like, she does it per hour, I think, or per session. So if you're serious minded and you know you need help when it comes to your business and you just general business strategy, I think you should holler at Bimbo and Tosin. So I'm going to leave both of them's handle on the screen now. Holler at them. Any one of them, they can get you out of your funk, give you ideas. I know Bimbo does it full time. She's a brand strategist. So if you don't even need to be a big brand. You can just be a business of yourself, and you just need an idea to take your business to the next level. Please holler at them or let them help you out, because they are the ones helping me out. I remember then Bimbo will tell me something, I'll be like, no, I can't do it. Then Tosin will now tell me the same thing. Now go and do it. Bimbo will now be like, really? I've been telling you the same thing since. I remember when Bimbo told me to do a bonus on my influencing rates, and I'm like, never. Do you know the hard work in filming? When hunger hits me like this and my birthday was coming, I don't have one shishi. And I went to Tosin. Tosin was like, okay, I think you should do 50% off your rates. I did that thing, and my DMs were full of people that were just, it was as if they were waiting for me to just do bonanza. Like, a lot of brands needed me to create content for them. I'm like, wow. So I've been sitting on this money. So all this being stiff and saying, oh no, I can't, I know what I'm worth. I understand you know what you're worth, sis, but 100,000 naira once in 6 months is not as good as at least 550,000 nairas in 2 months. Do you understand what I mean? Sometimes I learned the hard way that sometimes it's quantity over, not over quality, but sometimes choose quantity. There are some times that you might have to choose quantity. That does not mean you're going to depreciate on the quality that you're giving, but you just have to think financially. If your business isn't breaking even and you're just sitting, sis, you might need to change the strategy. So Bimbo was like, okay, I understand. I refused vehemently. You know what I mean? I was stubborn. I'm like, I'm not going to do 5k makeup in my studio. I don't have 5k products. I'm sorry. If I want to do 5k makeup, then I'll now bring primer, and this will be my primer. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I cannot let my work not be good. I would rather I do great work and they come back once in a month or once in 2 months than to do 5 work in 1 weekend and then they never come back because they're like, their makeup had fallen apart before they got to where they were going. So I was very, very adamant. I was very, very stubborn. But Bimbo was like, okay, if you can't do it, then get a team that will do it. It's better for you to do, if your team can do 5,000 naira makeup in a weekend, it's better than not having anything. So that's another point, guys. multiple stream of income, think hard, think wide, think deep. When Popsy forced me to get that job, man, I felt like my whole world was crashing. That was how I felt, to be honest. I'm like, I'll leave my studio, time I can use to create like 5 content. I'll be sitting there in one office doing nonsense where I'm not interested in what they're doing. I don't see a future in civil service. I'm a civil servant, guys. I work in Alausa. I don't see the future there for me. Like I don't, this is not my, it has nothing to do with what I want to do in life. But then when I thought about it, so many times I wanted to go and meet Popsy that I was going to resign. But then I'm just like, there's sometimes when I had not started saving and I was just chilling, and randomly my salary would drop and it would help a lot of the issue I had on ground. And I'm just like, okay, if my studio isn't making me the money I want, sitting in this office is at least giving you something, even if it's just 50k in a month. That's another stream of income. I had issues, to be honest. I had issues, I still do, but this is a new year, so we're trying a new strategy. But then I had issues with where I was working. It was like a toxic environment. It still feels that way, but I'm trying hard to not see it that way anymore. So I'm trying to see it in a positive light this year as much as I can. But then late last year I found this really difficult. It was really stressing me mentally. You get, so I was like, I'm going to quit this job. I'm going to quit this job. On my laptop, I genuinely have pros and cons. Like, I created a Microsoft Word. I was going to do Excel, but I'm like, let me do Microsoft Word. Pros and cons of the office, of the work. I'm like, there's so many cons, but yet very little pros. Apart from before I went for my master's, where I served, the consulting firm I served, even then I had challenges. But then where I served was the only corporate world I had been. So I've been my own boss since like day one. So it's really hard trying to work in a place that had other things. I had a boss, I had people I was reporting to, I had targets, I had deliverables. Like, my boss every week would print you what you needed to do and the dates that you had that was due with timestamp on it, and you would sign. And the moment you're not delivering that thing like this, you have no choice than to just face queries. So it's like a lot of, it was a lot for me mentally, and trying to balance that with trying to do YouTube, trying to edit. That's why I told you I started editing at work. My boss found it, my new boss found it really disrespectful. She was like, how can you be doing that? You're always doing personal work on office hours, this. Mama was para-in, man. She went in, she was just, yo, every time it was, and me, I'm like, I have a business to run. And the worst part was that so many times I was sitting at work and I lost clients, so it made it even worse for me to understand and to grasp. You get, going from being my own boss and resuming in my studio 9 to 4 or 9 to 6, 9 to 8 every day, to just sitting in an office doing nothing. Sometimes I have too much work at work and I cannot even edit. So I'm like, it was stressing me. I was falling ill often. It was just a lot, to be honest. It was a lot. Guys, I'm using this palette. It's EA Beauty's new palette, and it's so pigmented. You can see the little I just touched on the brush. This is she has 2 palettes actually. The artist palette 1 and 2. So the 2, this is 1, the color 1 is 1, and then this, the nude one. The packaging is so mad, and this is 2. So this is more like subtle bridal, bridesmaids, daily glam, and this one is like, if you want to go in with colors, and they're so bloody pigmented. It's so nice. There's a look I want to create in my head. I hope it comes out right. So it was difficult for me to accept the fact that I had so many things I could be doing. I could be collaborating and shooting with photographers, but no, I had to sit in this office and do work that I'm so not interested in. You need to sit down with yourself and know that, I understand this makeup artistry is what I want to do, but then if it's not yielding, I had to be sincere with myself, to be honest. So many times I sat down, so many times I've cried, because it's not I'm not where I want to be, and I felt like me sitting down in an office was taking away from the time I could use to invest in my business. But at the same time, I was giving my business my all, and it still wasn't yielding what I wanted it to. If I now quit the job and go back to sitting in my studio, what would change if I quit this job? Do you understand? I had to be very fair with myself and strict with myself. What would change? So I needed to now balance myself. So when I film a lot, and then I edit over time. That's what I do. I now know when to balance my office work and how to balance my personal work, so that they don't contrast each other. I love this eyeshadow color. This sage has been entering my eyes since, you guys know I stay away from green eyeshadow because of my eyes. but nah, not this one. I'm going to just dive in. So I needed to be fair with myself, so I'm like, see, I'm not going to quit this job. If push comes to shove, I'm going to leave the office I'm in and post and get posted to somewhere where is a bit easier on me and my business. I did get a job, guys. I understand I've been preaching no entrepreneurship, but sis, on a call waja, as Yoruba will say, one road do not enter market. Abi, how do I put it? If you see that you need to add something to what you're doing, sis, please do it. 2020 is the year of financial freedom. To be honest, so far, if my 50k 60k salary comes in, it still does something to my business. At least I can pay my staff. Even if I don't do anything, I can save a little. It can help me, even if it's to offset my fuel and NEPA bill. Do you understand? It can do something for you. So multiple streams of income, guys. If you're not going to do the 9 to 5, I know that you can handle it. Find something else you can add to what you're doing. Think. I know a makeup artist now that she has added photography into her business, so she went and got better in her photography, and now she takes pictures of babies. I think, like, you can do a lot. You can do a lot of things. Sit down and think. If you can't come to realization of anything, please reach out to Bimbo and Tosin. Those two people can help you think. They can help you think and strategize and know how you can add something else to what you're doing. It's very, very important this year. Liberation, guys, liberation. Not time for nonsense. So another thing I learned is that my health is my wealth. That's just it. And I don't mean just physical health, mental health, emotional health, and spiritual health, then physical health, like even your financial health, because when you're broke, you're sick. That's just the truth. Whatever you need to do, put your health first. If you need to rest, as much as I'm saying chase money, don't let anybody put pressure on you. Do the one you can do and rest. God knows that when it comes to rest, as much as I always form Rambo, like as if I can do 20 things at the same time, I can't. And my body always, like, my body doesn't even joke with me. It will ask me like, babes, it's time for that rest. You mad thing. So let me show you what I've done. I use this yellow as transition. It's a matte yellow. This is a shimmery yellow. I know you guys can't see it because of the light. It's really bright. Okay, let me see. If I do it this way, you'd see it. So I use the matte yellow. You can see that one of the yellow is brighter and one is darker. I use the matte one as transition, and then I use this matte green as lead color, and then I went in with the shimmery green as my tear duct highlight. Oh yes. Once it's time to rest, when you see that you're with people that are not making you happy, they're not making your life better, please sis, choose yourself over and over. Don't shrink to make anybody feel better. That's one thing I learned last year. Another thing I learned was that the length of the relationship does not equals the loyalty, or the, I can't find the word I'm saying, but the fact that you and someone have been friends since primary school, but then they make you feel bad about yourself. They are not responsive when you need them. They are not there when you need them. They are just genuinely horrible. Does not mean you will now hold on to the friendship and say, we've been friends since. I won't lie to you guys. Last year, the amount of friends I entered last year with is not the same I entered this year with. Let me explain to you. I'm going to another point, guys. I've left health is wealth. I discovered last year the hard way. This is another point. Is that the length of a friendship does not mean that friendship would survive, or does not mean that friendship is the best thing to happen to you since sliced bread. No. If someone you've been friends with since, you just see suddenly that relationship is not making headway, it's not doing anything for you, please sis, find another friend. That's one thing I did last year. I made new friends. New friends is very important. Don't shut yourself out because you're saying no new friends, please. That's set up. You're setting yourself up. The benefit of that job I got was that I made new friends. If you work in an office, trust me, that's when you meet different kind of characters. I thought the one you meet while you're an entrepreneur and your clients that sit on your chair is maximum level. I was wrong. There's even more level. There's extra level. The characters that you meet that will make you question your sanity, they are there. And civil service is like another breed of people. You see why I love this? Why I love this sponge? It just makes everything easier because of the flat top. That's that on making new friends, guys. You just have to please choose yourself first and then make new friends. Be there for others. That takes me to another thing. Last year, it's very easy for us to always be at the good side of every issue. Let me put it this way. If you have a fight with someone or you have issues with someone, most times you feel like you're right, not considering that person's mental health too. let me just put it that way. Last year I discovered that in every story there's a villain, and there's sometimes that I am the villain in the story. Let me just explain. I had relationships last year that those people chose themselves over me and our relationship, and I was fine with it, because I discovered that it's very easy to say, oh, I'm going to cut them off. Sometimes you are the person that they need to cut off, and the quicker you realize, the better for you. I realized last year that it's okay for people not to want to be your friend anymore, and you don't take it to heart. If you try, it's very easy to say, oh, you choose your mental health. Sometimes those people are also choosing their mental health, and you're the wrong person for them. I came to the realization last year. It was really hard and difficult, because to me, I'm Mrs. Perfect, I'm Mrs. Right. I believe that everything I'm doing is just it, and I'm doing it well. I feel like, oh, I sacrifice a lot for my friends. But then last year I had a very major fallout with one of my friends, and it really hurts me, because I was there for her. I was a good friend. I was there for her business. I take all my friends' businesses to heart. Like you can tell, I take it to heart a lot. So when we had the fallout, I felt like, oh wow, you don't appreciate everything, and let's just, let's just keep it moving. There's no need. It's not by force to be friends. That's one thing. That's why I was saying that the length of the friendship does not mean that it's perfect, is a perfect one. No, I have had friends that are 1 year old, 5 months old, 3 months, even 3 weeks old. Do you understand? And they provide me more value than friends I've had for 9-10 years. The relationship is way more fruitful than the ones I've had for long, and it's okay to pick your losses. See, it's not a do or die affair. If you guys fall out now, you guys can be friends in the next 15 years, and it will be more beneficial to you. But as at now, it's not, and you need to know when to cut your losses. Or that sometimes I'm the villain. No. To me, I might feel like I'm right, but to them, they're just like, nah, I can't deal with this girl's bullshit anymore, and that is fine. It's okay for them to feel that way. I had a friend, the guy, and he really liked me, but I felt like our relationship was toxic. I was the toxic one. I feel like it's just self-development when you begin to realize that sometimes you're the toxic one, and you work on yourself. Those two major relationships really shook me last year, and it made me realize that sometimes I'm the toxic one, and I try my best to make sure that it doesn't repeat itself. I'm fine with the fact that those people cut me off, and I did the same from my end, especially the guy. I didn't hold it to heart. I just let it go, because I'm very fine with the fact that, because for someone that used to have anxiety issues a lot, and then I felt like I was adding to his problem, so I just had to let it go. So that's one of the things. Self-development is very key. I think it's called introspection. You need to sit down and think and be sure that I hope I'm not the problem in these relationships. You might genuinely have the problem, and it's not a bad thing. The moment you realize it and you work towards being a better person for the next people that are going to come into your life, then you're fine. And if those people are going to go, please let them go. Don't be a stumbling block and be dragging them and be doing subliminal messages. I don't. To be honest, I was hurt, especially for the girl. I was extremely hurt. I was like, you know what, fuck off. It's not by force. A lot of our friends came in, and nobody really wanted to meddle with it, because we used to fall out a lot, and that major fallout, it was almost like on a business level. So I'm just like, you know what, let everybody just be okay and be fine. So the moment you are fine with the fact that sometimes you're the toxic one, work on yourself and just keep it moving. Okay, I'm trying to get better so that my other relationships can be fruitful and they can make sense, and my friends don't really not that I don't have friends and all my friends want to just not be friends with me. Hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Just work on yourself, develop. For the friendships that have gone, peace out. Moving on to the next, okay? But also make sure that you're developing as a person, not just throwing them away and saying moving on to the next. This one I had a lot of issues with. Why? Because I'm someone that, if you know me personally, you know that I'm extremely emotional, a little bit too much, and the things that people should not really bother about bothers me. One thing I learned last year was that, and I learned the hard way, is that I'm going to read it out for you because this is how it came to my mind. Non-approval from family or friends doesn't mean you're not doing well. Non-approval, like in your business, being an entrepreneur, not wanting to do something. Okay, so for a very long time last year, I had a lot of issues, because not just last year, actually, it has been a recurring thing. I just could not come to terms with the fact that I was doing well as a child, as a business owner, in my career and in my business. I felt like I was more seen to the public than I was to my family, and not my sisters but my dad. From my dad, I really wanted that pat on the back, like, I see you doing well on your own, I see you doing good. I really wanted approval, but it wasn't coming, it wasn't forthcoming, and it was affecting me because I'm like, can't he see? And I had a lot of that can't he see moments. Like, I felt like maybe it's because I'm from a polygamous home. I wanted to feel seen, but it wasn't forthcoming. It wasn't happening. Like, it proper wasn't happening. And fam, I blew it out of proportion in my head. I was always crying. I was pissed. I was like, I'm doing all these things by myself, but that is adulthood. I feel like maybe because of the occurrence of how much I'm in the hospital, I don't get visitors come and see me. My family, they're just like, from my sister's side, they're doing their own best, but then I wanted that my dad go, but it was not happening. It still hasn't happened. Nothing has changed. But then I think I learned the hard way that the fact that I want that does not mean that's what I need, number one. And it also does not mean that if I don't get it, my life is in shambles. So that approval that you're looking for and is making you feel like all your hard work is not important, like that pat on the back, please sis, move on, bro, move on. I learned to be okay now with the accolades I get from my sisters, my staff, my friends, or even just strangers that became family from my subscribers. I'm getting emails of people saying, oh my god, my video is nice, it has helped them, I'm hilarious. But then the thing I really wanted, I was not getting it, and it made me feel like all of the other things, all the accolades I was getting was not relevant. So I learned the hard way that because I was not getting that approval from family does not mean, or from friends, that does not mean I was not doing good. Do you get? So sis, you're doing good. See, you're great, you're amazing, you're doing amazing. This is that accolade you've always wanted, and this is me telling you from, like, as sisters, as siblings. This is me telling you as friends. This is me telling you that go girl, go guy, you're killing it, you're doing amazing, you're getting it, you're doing a madness, you're doing a mad oh. Or let me put it like Tommy Kerr's mom, great oh. You're doing great. You get? Don't wait for that applause from anybody. Focus on the one, even if it's just that 5 comments, that 2 comments you're getting on your Instagram that's telling you amazing, well done. Even if it's just emojis, sis, take it to heart. Hold it onto yourself like, yes. You get? Don't wait for that your daddy to come and tell you I'm proud of you. Whoa, you will sit down there. Don't let it be a yardstick. I made it a yardstick for a very long time. He might not say it out loud to you, but in his mind he's probably thinking it. Just communicating it to you might be the problem. But if you feel like you need to have that conversation, please have that conversation. Family can also be toxic, and if they are the toxic people in your family, in your life, choke scissors and cut it off. I'm not saying she cut your family off. You're your own if you do that. But just sis, move on. That's just what I'm trying to say. That's just the cocoa of this whole matter. Just find solace in other things. Find solace in your work, find solace in your art, find solace in your friends. You're doing good, so just forget about all these things, okay? This one is still something I'm still working on. 2019 taught me the thing, but I'm still working on it personally, because to be honest, I'm a homebody. I'd rather be at home than go anywhere. But go out more. You need to go out more, meet people, explore. And this is me talking to myself. I tried my best to do that in 2019, but it's not enough. So I'm going to do that a lot this year, hopefully. I'm going to try my best too, because sitting at home, you will not meet people. My excuse was, oh yeah, you can meet people online. Yeah, that's nice, but also you can meet people real life and have real life conversations, and these people will not come and meet you in your house, so you need to go out and meet them. So do that this year. The top of the list of the things I've learned last year is that I am nothing without God. I know that already, we all know that, but that my relationship with him is extremely key. I understand people are like, oh, I don't know how to start. Please, I'm going to link my video here where I spoke about how to get your relationship with God right. Please check it out if you're a Christian. It would definitely help you, definitely. So please check it out. You just need to start. The discernment you need in place of work, in the place of relationships, not even just romantic relationships, just friends relationship, because there are friends that put people in trouble. The discernment you need in the place of romantic relationships, that who to spend your life with, the discernment you need in business, the business to take, or who to talk to, the people that can take you to the right places. That discernment is only found in the place of prayer. It's only found in the place of relationship with God. So please take it very seriously this year. In my church, our slogan for 2020 is higher levels. This year is the year of higher levels. I'm going to do exploits this year in my business, in my life, in my health, in my finances, in my marital destiny. Everything is going to work out for me for good. Yes, I'm speaking it out in this video because I believe it, and I know that God is going to make it happen. So please guys, your relationship with God is very key, very, very key. I'm just going to say a short prayer for my subscribers. feel free to say amen. God, I ask that everyone watching this video would find their place back to you, will find their place back to you even tighter than they have ever been. I ask that you'd make a way for them where there is no way. I ask that they find it easy to talk to you and find it easy to talk to you consistently. I ask that this year would be a year of higher levels for them in every aspect of their life. In Jesus' name we pray. And I ask that the ones that need to know you, God, will find you and would have an encounter with you. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Now let's get back. Blush. So this is the new blush I'm using, guys. You guys already know that my blush palette that I made myself, but then I was sent this one and I feel like I really like it. I like Mood Beauty's packaging. They always have this nice art at the back in front of their stuff. This thing is stupidly pigmented. Like if you're looking for a blush palette that is pigmented, just one touch, look at this. And it has my 3 favorite colors. Like these are literally the 3 colors I always use, like the wineish color, the bright orange, and the bright pink. Look at that. Yo, I love blush. Gosh, God bless blush. Oh my God. So this year I really want to do better. Like I genuinely want to do better. I'm working on getting a team for my business so that I'm not just a one-man show, because being a one-man show really does not get you anywhere. I don't think there's any business on Forbes list that is a one-man mopo thing. So I'm planning on taking my business to higher levels. So I'm planning on building my team. I plan on saving better. I plan on working on not being the toxic person in relationships anymore. I plan on praying better. So as I'm saying, I want to do more this year, Sha. But anyways, for my lips, I'm going to be using this lip color that I bought a long time ago. I never used. Well, I used it a bit. It is Trouble by Lime Crime. Yes. I always knew I was going to use this color in that palette. The first day I saw the picture of the palette, but then when I now saw Sisi, she did this exact look. I'm just here waiting for Sisi to come on YouTube because she's such a fine girl. Does it make sense, guys? Does it make sense? I need to comb my hair. You guys like this look? I'm going to change the lip, but then for lip, let's just do our talking outro with this look. So guys, I just thought to do this video for you guys because I feel like 2019 was a very special year in like self-development and everything, and I'm glad for the year, to be honest. I'm glad for the year. And yeah, my 2020 was off to it started rough, but then it became good. So it started rough in the sense that I crossed over into the new year in the hospital because I was very ill. I spent 31st. I became ill like on the 26th. That's Boxing Day. So 26, 27, 28, 29, I was in the hospital. I left the hospital I think 29. Then I spent 30th at home. Then 31st I came to the hospital again. I was literally in church and then I had to go to the hospital. So I crossed over in the hospital. Then I was in the hospital for 1st, 2nd, I think 3rd, 4th, 5th. I left on the 5th. So it was a bit tough at first, but then I looked past it. It was just another day to me, to be honest. That's how I saw it in a good way. Because if I thought, oh my God, new year, new decade, I'll have blown it out of proportion in my head. So yeah, we give God the glory. We're here popping alive, you know. 2020 is going to be better. I got a new car, insert picture. Shout out to Baba Okwe as usual. I plan on working on myself this year, to be honest, like my business, my health, in every sense of the word. And I want to lose weight, and this is the year I clocked 30, guys. What? I've been saying almost 30 for like 2 years. This is the year I finally become 30. Oh Lord, I'm old. I feel like an ancient soul. But yeah, I'm ready. God willing, this year is going to be prosperous and amazing and full of success. Hopefully I get married, I meet my spouse soon. Anyway, but you guys, I'm so happy, guys. I'm so happy I have this platform to share my views, and I know that no matter what, you guys are always rooting for me in prayers, in everything. I'm so glad to have you guys. This is my first video I'm recording this year, so I just want to use it to just, you know, bare my heart to you guys. I am so grateful. Like, I am so grateful. One thing I always look forward to is my YouTube channel. Like, even when I'm not posting, you guys are constantly there for me. So I'm so thankful for you guys. Thank you. Please don't forget everything I said about the internship and the makeup artistry hire. So if you're interested, please send me an email. You guys know my email. If you don't, check the about tab on my channel. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know what 2019 taught you and what you look forward to in 2020, or what the changes you're going to make, or even the things it taught me. Anyone you guys resonate with, please comment. I want us to have a deep conversation in the comment section so that we can all grow and develop together. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for riding with me. Let's get 2020. Hopefully this year we reach 50k subscribers or more. I'm up for it. So tell me what you guys want to see on this channel. I'm ready. I want to explore this year. I want to do amazing things, not just makeup wise, just like generally. So let me know what you guys want. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share this video with your family, like proper. Click on share and send it to someone's WhatsApp, send it to someone's email. Do it. I love you guys. From the depths of my heart, I carry love for you guys, like a lot of love. Thank you so much for riding with me. We move. Peace out. Kisses.